Hello and welcome back to the lesson. In this video, we're going to be learning about colors in HTML. We're going to be learning how to add background color, text color, and also border color to an HTML element. So basically, HTML colors are specified with predefined color names. So as you can see right here, I have commented out some predefined HTML color names such as tomato, orange, dark blue, medium sea green, gray, slate blue, violet, and light gray. So we're going to go ahead and be using each of this color name to assign the background text and border color for all of these HTML elements. So let's go ahead and start with the background color right here. So we're going to go ahead and start with the h1 tag, and we can simply add a color to an HTML element using the style attribute that we've discussed in our previous video. So we're going to go ahead and use it. Just go ahead and say space after our tag name and then call our style attribute like so. And then we're going to go ahead and use the background color CSS property. So let's go ahead and say background dash color colon, and then now we're going to go ahead and call our color name that we wanted to assign as the background color of this element, which is h1 in this case. So we're going to go ahead and say we wanted to add, let's say, dark blue. Let's go ahead and copy that color name, copy, paste it right here, and then we're going to go ahead and say semicolon. So as you can see, it even gave us a preview right here. So this is the background color of dark blue. Now we're going to go ahead and save our file, save. As you can see now, our h1, our heading one, has a background color of dark blue. So this is basically how we go about adding colors in HTML. As you can see, we went ahead to use the style attribute followed by a CSS property, which in this case is the background color property. And then after that, we call one of our predefined color names, which in this case we use dark blue color for our heading one. Alright, and now let's go ahead and add a background color for our paragraph as well. So we're going to come over here inside of our paragraph opening tag, give a space and call our style attribute, and then we're going to add the CSS property background color, something like this. And then we're going to go ahead and give it let's say this color, let's say tomato, and paste it right here. And now if you go ahead and save our file, save, as you can see, we have tomato background color for our paragraph tag right here. How cool is this? How cool is this? Now we're going to go ahead and move to text color. How we go ahead and add a color to our text. Now let's come over here and add our style attribute to our heading one, and we're going to say color. For text, we simply call the CSS property of color. So we're going to say color colon, and then we're going to go ahead and choose any one of our predefined color right here. So let's go ahead and say slate blue. So let's go ahead and copy this, paste it right here. All right, say semicolon, and now save our file, save. As you can see, now our text color has changed. Instead of the background color, now we're simply changing the color of the text. Now let's go ahead and change the color of our paragraph right here. So let's come over here and space style. Okay, set it to color, and we're going to give it the sea green, medium sea green. Copy that, come over here, paste it, and alright, now let's go ahead and save our file. As you can see, our color has changed. I'm going to do the same thing for the second paragraph. So let's come over here, space, say style, and we're going to say color. And we're going to choose, let's say, violet, copy that, and paste it right here. Alright, now let's go ahead and save our file. As you can see, our color has changed. Our text color has successfully changed to a violet color. Alright, so friend, that's it about the text color. Now we're going to move to border color, how we go about adding a color to our HTML elements border. So we can as well add a color to the border of our element. Instead of the background or the text itself, we can add a color specifically to our element's border. So let's go ahead and see how we go about that. Now let's come over here to our h1 tag, opening tag, space, and add our style attribute. We can go ahead and use the CSS border property. So we're going to say border colon. For the CSS border property, we're going to have to specify three values. Number one is the size or the thickness of the border, and second is going to be the type of the border, and the third is going to be the color of the border. So let's go ahead and define those things. Let's say our border should be 2 pixels in thickness and it should be solid, and then our color should be tomato right here. So go ahead and copy that, and let's come over here after our border type, paste it. All right, something like this. Now we're going to go ahead and save our file. As you can see, now we have our border color. So this defines the thickness, how thick the border is. Let's actually go ahead and change it to 4, for instance. Save our file. As you can see, our border is now a bit thicker. All right, so let's go ahead and change it back to 2 because we don't want it to be this very thick. Now let's go ahead and save our file. As you can see, now the thickness is reduced, and this defines the border type. This is a solid border type. We can actually make it a dotted. Let's say dotted, something like this. Let's go ahead and save our file. As you can see, we have a dotted border type. All right, and the last value is the color of our border, which we choose tomato for this hidden one. So perfect. Now let's go ahead and add a border color for our second hidden one. So let's go ahead and copy this line of code. All right, from there to here, and copy that, paste it right here. And this time around, we wanted to use a solid color, solid border. And let's go ahead and change the color. Let's say we wanted to use Dodger blue. Copy this, change the color, paste it right here. And if we go ahead and save our file, as you can see, we have our border color for our second heading. And now let's move to the last but not least, add a border color. Let's go ahead and copy the styling, copy, come over here, paste it right here. And this time around, we wanted to use which color? Let's say we wanted to use violet. Copy that. Let's come over here and change it to violet. Now save our file, and as you can see, we have our border color right here for our last hidden one. Alright, so friend, that will be it for this video. This is how we go about adding colors to our HTML element. As you can see, we have some predefined color names that we could go ahead and use to add colors to our HTML element using the style HTML attribute. So I hope everything is clear to you in this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.